What's up guys, Houndish here, and today it's Thursday, so we get Bungie's weekly update in the form of This Week at Bungie, and as always we're going to break down everything that they have to say in the blog post today. Naturally, there's some conversation about Heresy, future content, updates and fixes, plus we have some additional commentary regarding issues in the game this week, and a bunch of other stuff which we'll break down in the video. So if you guys enjoy this one, a rating below really helps us on the channel. Get subscribed as well if you're new around here, as around half of the viewers haven't yet done that, so I'd super appreciate it, but otherwise, let's get into it. Before we cover the blog post for the day, a few updates from Bungie first. They say issues surrounding the seasonal shader packs have been resolved, and they're now available to purchase. So not sure what was going on with that, but some kind of bug. Of course, these are Eververse purchases, but for any folks who've been absolutely desperate to get these shaders, as always, Bungie are fairly quick with any microtransaction fixes, so there is that one. Additionally, they recognize the issue where Vesper's host is not listed as a featured dungeon this week. Of course, we covered in the reset that it was going to be a thing. A lot of folks wanted to farm for Icebreaker and other rewards, so Bungie are looking into why that isn't working as intended, and I'll keep you posted if we get further updates. Otherwise, a couple of warnings regarding Palindrome. I've seen mixed feelings about the return in hand cannon this week from Nightfalls, but players point out that Master of Arms is bugged on the Palindrome when we pair it with Explosive Payload, kind of like an issue we saw with Rampage and Explosive Payload, but this time affecting Master of Arms, where the two perks basically don't stack, or worse still, actually reduce the damage of Explosive Payload when paired together, so perhaps avoid that combination for the moment until Bungie can get a fix. Plus there's another one. Recycled Energy is also bugged when you enhance the perk, and that's one that some folks will certainly go after on Palindrome. So currently the normal version of Recycled Energy gives a small amount of ability energy, and the enhanced version gives absolutely no energy, so that is entirely bugged. And so if you get a roll with Recycled Energy on it, perhaps best not to enhance it until Bungie get that fix in, otherwise the perk will basically be useless until it's updated. So just a couple of things to bear in mind right there. Next up though, we get into the TWID, where Bungie speak about a preview for Act 2 that we'll get next week. On top of that, moments of triumph for the year, which will also be kicking off next week, and a few other items. So firstly, the Heresy Act 2 developer livestream will take place next Tuesday, March 4th at 10 AM Pacific time, and they say we'll give an in-depth look at Heresy Act 2, with the dev team there to take us through the new activity, gear, and rewards that we'll look forward to when Act 2 launches on March 11th. In addition to that, they say we'll look ahead with a small preview of Act 3, and that reminds me a little bit of what we saw last episode, where they had an Act 2 livestream, but not an Act 3 livestream, so it's possible that we'll see a similar thing this time around, and they say everyone watching the live stream with a link to count on March 4th on the official Bungie Twitch channel for at least 15 minutes will get the portable power emblem as a Twitch drop. So there we go, that will be the Act 2 reveal. We've had a few leaks and things indicating what the activity content may be. We also know, as Bungie have stated, that we'll be able to continue upgrading the Barrow Dyad as part of Act 2, and that all of the other Heresy weapons will be released when Act 2 drops on the 11th of March as well. So it's going to make for a fairly busy act, although they had also indicated that it will only be 3 weeks long. So perhaps that's also part of the reason that Bungie won't be doing a separate Act 3 live stream, if that indeed is the case, and I'm guessing it's a possibility given that they'll be showing off some of the Act 3 stuff there as well. So either way, I'll be keeping you posted with that next week, and let us know if you're looking forward to another Heresy content update. Next up in the TWID though, they speak about moments of triumph for 2024. Now that the expansions have been sort of pushed back, it always weirds me out that they're referring to last year's Moments of Triumph, while of course it is still this year's Destiny year for Moments of Triumph, I guess. Either way, they say it's time again where we take a moment to reflect on the past year and celebrate everything that you've accomplished. This year, Guardians conquered exotic missions, dungeons, a raid, and even defeated the Witness in Excision. As far as impressive accomplishments go, it doesn't get much bigger than that. So Moments of Triumph returns March 4th with 33 challenges from the past year and a set of new rewards to earn. Players can earn access to the new 2024 Moments of Triumph shirt, as well as the Techno Projection Ghost Shell and Flag Bearer Sparrow. Those are a couple of exotic items we'll preview in just a moment. And if you manage to complete 26 of the 30 challenges, you'll earn the title for 2024 and access to purchase the title pin. Am I tripping out, or did Bungie say 33 challenges and then 30 challenges in the same paragraph? Either way, Moments of Triumph will be back, and they say here's a breakdown of the amount of Triumph completions needed for each. So 5 triumphs will grant access to purchase the 2024 Moments of Triumph shirt, 14 triumphs will grant the Techno Projection Ghost Shell, 21 triumphs will drop the Flag Bearer Sparrow, I've just realised it actually says Flabberg Bearer, but 26 will drop the Seal and Title and access to purchase the Title Pin. So pretty standard affair right here, I guess. There is an image of the shirt. It's a pretty cool one, and the same for the pin right there. Also, this is the Techno Projection Ghost Shell with a sort of samurai theme, which is pretty neat, and the Flag Bearer Sparrow as well. They finish by saying, while active Guardians will likely find many of these challenges already completed, if you're short on a few triumphs or any of the rewards, you'll have plenty of time to complete any unfinished business. And I believe we'll technically have till when the next expansion drops. Still no news on that specifically. So let's hope it's not too much of plenty of time. But you get the picture. Let us know if you'll be working on any of those rewards for Moments of Triumph when it drops next week. Otherwise, Trials is back tomorrow, so that'll be February 28th, and they say, while we usually leave maps and rewards as a Friday surprise, we want to give a small look ahead as we continue to celebrate our changes to the Lighthouse and the reward story in the Trials playlist. So, for the first time since Trials has returned, Solitude will be featured as your weekend battleground, Iacia's Care will be available as the reward, and then the following week we'll be returning to a fan favourite map in Endless Vale, and the Adept Keen Thistle Sniper will be making its debut. On top of that, they say next Friday, March 7th, will also be the start of a fun Trials weekend, again referencing the Sniper Keen Thistle drop-in, and the tease perk combinations of Adept Keen Thistle with Lone Wolf and Closing Time, or Triple Tap and 4th times the Charm to make the magazine nearly endless. And otherwise, they highlight the main Trials passages, the Lighthouse and Base Trials passage, and precisely how those work if you do need a bit of a recap. Separate to that though, they say 2v2 Clash will be introduced next week. So it's been a while, but doubles are back on the menu. And as you play, you may notice a unique modifier that makes this feel just slightly different to Rumble or 6v6 class matches, where you gain extra flinch resistance when you're near your ally, but gain increased sprint speed when separated. So that's an interesting one, kind of playing around with similar buffs to what we had back in Crimson Days, for example. Probably more interesting even, so let us know if you'll be looking forward to jumping into that one. Otherwise, there's some known issues with the TWID, or in the TWID, should I say, and when speaking to a vendor, you can hear their ambient dialogue. Also, Ionic Sentry sometimes doesn't chain lightning enemies. They also recognise issues with steps 6 and 9 of the Drowning Labyrinth quest not being able to be completed by players, extra charges from Radiant Dance Machines not persisting when transitioning to new areas, and a triumph in Guardian rank 10 that doesn't unlock when completing a Grandmaster Nightfall. There are those, and a handful of others, that they recognise in the TWID. We'll probably continue to see plenty of patches and updates to the game. But for today, guys, that is what we have to speak about in this video. So as always, I hope you found it useful. If you have, a rating below really helps us on the channel. Additionally, get subscribed if you want to be kept up to date with all the Destiny content. Gotta say a big thank you to all you guys for the recent support on the channel. It's been nice since Heresy dropped, seeing a bit of a resurgence in the Destiny community in general, but also engaging with this channel, so I very much appreciate that. Otherwise though, cheers once again for watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.